Joshua Fisher, Alexander Sopoulos, the Charity Stripe, the Believe Network. We got one of our boys at a Believe in UCLA Athletes Journey, Travis Reed, joining the show. Travis Watson, Peyton Watson, forward, sneaking in at the end of the first round. We were talking about it earlier on the phone today. You gave us the 25 to 40 range. You really picked a nice big range, shaved yourself, so you sneak in there. You get it as well. Goes first round. Not a lot of production out of UCLA. He's kind of in a tough spot with a lot of the veteran players getting a lot of the minutes, but the intangibles, the upside is there. What do you see in a player like Watson?
Well, what I see is athleticism. In certain positions, I felt like he was the best athlete. I guarantee he was the best athlete they had. And I think that's what Oklahoma City's banking on upside. Obviously, over the next 5 years, Oklahoma City has about 1,000 picks, so they can take risk, they can take upside over, and they can take potential over maybe performance. So because they have a lot of picks, they can, move up, move down. You saw they had like 3, 4 picks in a row. It seemed like they got like 10, 11, 12 or 11, 12. Like it was like, how many picks do they have? And I realized, oh yeah, they traded their whole team away to get all these picks.
They
So
do. They have a ton of picks, right? Like they traded a 2027 first round pick to go up and get this pick where they drafted Peyton Watson. It's
yeah,
the fourth player that they picked in the first round. But to me, giving up one of those 2027 picks, them drafting Chet at the 2 spot and going after a guy like Peyton, it indicates that they really liked him, right? That it's not just a flyer. It's a flyer on a guy that they see a lot of potential in, and he's got that size, the wing depth in the NBA all across the board. There's not a ton of guys that are, at the top level. And of course he's not coming in at that top level, but maybe in 3, 4, 5 years time, he can be a guy that's, either a starter or in the rotation. Who knows? But the sky's the limit for this kid. That's for sure.
oh no, I definitely agree with that. Like I said, super athletic kid, worked hard, never complained that he didn't play. Saw him play up close and personal a bunch of times because I went to the games. So I think with OKC, what they can do, like I said, they must have really liked him, and his potential is upside. I mean, Sam Presti, he's drafted, pretty good. Drafting Durant, Westbrook, Ibaka, and James Harden, like within a 3-year span. Not to mention other guys he's drafted. Pretty good. Reggie Jackson.
Giddy.
Yeah, so I'm saying, man, he's drafted. His draft record is impeccable. So if he sees something in Peyton, I think that that's a good thing. That means he
Yeah.
sees something that a lot of people don't see.
Yeah, I mean, they won't be able to get not Bronny James, but Bryce James that in 2027 that may hurt their chances. I was gonna say Deuce Tatum because I don't know how old Deuce Tatum actually. I think he's like 4 though, so I don't know. Like, there's not gonna be a 9-year-old in the NBA.
Right.
But they took the flyer on Jang. They took the flyer on the kid from Santa Clara.
Yes.
And then now Watson. They have 3 guys that are kind of boomer bust picks. And you really only if you hit on all 3, unbelievable. But if you homer on one of those 3, then like you're not going to really complain if you homer on one of those guys that could, someone was going to take a flyer and you're the Thunder in a position to do that. So great, Watson's good stuff. UCLA basketball. Is Amari Bailey next year?
Yeah, he's coming in. He's a freshman this year.
Does he give me the first pick next year? You think?
First pick, no, but probably top 10, yes.
Do you think he could win you guys a ring?
Well, if Jules Bernard would have came back, yes. But without Jules Bernard, I don't know.
Okay.
I think if you want to say Carolina is going to be stacked because it pretty much brought their whole team back, and they added a couple players to their team. UCLA will be very, very, very good next year, but like I said, we'll see. It all kind of all depends, but we'll see. I think they'll be very good next year, though.
Yeah. Thank you for the honest opinion.
Yeah. We obviously don't know where Jules or Johnny Juzang are going to end up. They might get drafted here in the second round. If they don't, they'll go undrafted. They'll get signed somewhere. They'll get an opportunity to play, of course. What are teams getting with those two guys?
I would say, well, let's start with Johnny Juzang. You're getting shooting, right? And people don't think that necessarily a second round picks is not a bad pick because, if you say you don't get drafted or a second round pick, you get to your money a lot faster, right? I had a friend, Earl Watson, drafted number 30 something in the second round, maybe 33 to Seattle. He signed a 2-year deal for $2 million. And he got after his two-year thing is up, he got to sign a 5-year deal, $30 million. So he get to the money faster. People don't realize that when you're a second round pick, you can kind of sign any kind of pick you want, any kind of contract you want. Mm-hmm. Rather than the first round pick, you have to stay. I mean, if you're good, especially, you have to do your 5 years.
Yeah.
Until you get to your big money, to your big extension. Now, obviously, so Johnny, let's just say he goes, to the Lakers at 35, because the Lakers got the second round pick at 35. I think that what they're getting is good shooting, good fundamentals, guys going to play hard, work hard. Just an overall, good player. Now, he has to learn how to create his own shot in a way. But in the NBA, if you go to like the Lakers, he doesn't need to do that. He could just be a spotter for LeBron. Mm-hmm. If he went to Golden State, he just have to run and be open. Run the offense and be open. Even with a Phoenix or a Dallas, he doesn't need, like in the NBA. His specialty can be a lot more suited for NBA. Where UCLA, they wanted him to create, and that's not his game. He can create and he can get a shot off, but I don't think he's like a one-on-one kind of guy. As far as Julius Bernard, you're going to get like a Swiss Army knife. He's a guy that, plays tough defense, can shoot it, got better with his handle, is going to stick his nose in there, rebound. To compare him to a player, I would say he's like Thimble from Philly, but a better shooter. Not as athletic. Thimble, I can't think of his name.
Matisse Thybulle.
No, Thybulle, there we go.
Yeah.
Thybulle's obviously about a little bit taller, super athletic. Jules Bernard is similar to him, but I think he can shoot better, but he's not as athletic as him. Yeah. But I think he definitely can he make an NBA roster? Oh yeah, he definitely can make an NBA roster.
Nice. Well, Travis Reed, always a pleasure, man. Let you get back to it, man. Thank you for joining us. Believe in UCLA and Athlete's Journey.
Thank you. Like I said, anytime you want to talk about UCLA and the, great players that we have, world champion, Kayvon Looney, UCLA guy. So
yeah, that's a big fact. Shout out to Looney, right. Man. Three-time winner.
3-time winner.
Crazy.
Let's just see if he gets a big contract this year.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he gets some money. Later, brother. Thank you.
All right.
All right, Chap.
No problem.